Hello everyone. In my last few videos, I explained about movie clip symbol and masking effect in Animate CC. Today we're going to combine those two things into one for a transitional video. So MP4 file we're going to create will be used for social media such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or Snapchat, and so on. Okay, so this is what we're going to make today. Do you see it? Something's happening. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so this is what we're going to make today. First image, transitioning to the second, and to the third image. Okay. So let's make a new file. Today, this time, since we're going to upload this file, video file, onto our Instagram, so let me set the stage size to a 600 pixel by 600 pixel and 24 frame rate. And this time, platform type, we've been using the HTML5 canvas so far. But today we're going to use the ActionScript 3.0 platform because we're going to export this file as the MP4 video file. And then as an ActionScript 3.0 file platform, it will have more options. Okay, so let's create it. Okay, so first the thing is, please download the images. I made a link from my description. There are 3 images. So go to File, Import to Library, and then that is this folder. And there are several images, but you may not be able to import it. The images files are all dimmed. So what you can do is, there are the numbers of images, and select the 3 images, spectrum.jpg and synergy.jpg and logo.jpg. 3 images. So from your Finders window, just drag it to your library directly, and it will be there, like this. So synergy, spectrum, and the logo. Okay, then before we start, let me show this one first again. The completed file. The transition I made, you see that kind of numbers of squares covering and the revealing at the same time the next images, like this. So we're going to make that transition as a movie clip symbol using masking effect. So it might be a little bit complicated, but please just follow me step by step. Okay, so first, we're going to make that the little square unit as a movie clip symbol. So in your library panel, go to bottom down here, new symbol, or go to insert menu and new symbol. Either way is fine. And then I'm gonna name it as a square. Type is a movie clip because we're making movie clip symbol, and OK. Then choose your rectangle tool, set your fill color to any color is fine. I'm going to use just black and no stroke color. And then hold down the shift key and open the properties. Set the size into 100 pixel by 100 pixel. The reason is since the stage size is 600 by 600 pixel, so I'm using 100 by 100. So I can have 6 units horizontally and then 6 units vertically. So that's kind of easier to manage. And then the X and Y position on 0 point, 0 by 0. Okay. Now we're going to animate it very briefly, kind of simple animation. First, change your frame rate temporarily down to 10. Okay, and then select your first keyframe, insert, create classic tween. See, frame number 10, 1 second, and insert the keyframe. Now move this blue playhead to the very beginning and select your square on your stage. Now properties panel, you're going to see that color effect. Choose the alpha. I'm sorry, not this one. We're gonna change it, adjust the size. Transform and change the size to 2%. So please make sure this the width and height are linked together so we can keep the same proportion. So it is almost kind of a dot. It's almost invisible. Just a little thing. So this will happen like this. Okay. And then once it has the size, the full size, 100 pixel by 100 pixel, it is supposed to stop here. So highlight the last second keyframe, go to Windows menu, code snippets, because we're going to say stop. Open action script, timeline navigation, and stop at this frame. Double click. Now stop action is added. So it will play just once. Okay, so basic square unit is done. Now we're going to make another movie clip symbol as a kind of group of this square to cover entire stage, 600 by 600. So go to insert menu, new symbol again. This time I'm gonna name it as a square underscore mask. Okay, and then let me change the size to 50%. I don't know, maybe 45. My screen is small. Place here. And now from the library, select, make sure we're working on the square mask. Okay, and from the library, select your square, the basic unit we have just made, and drag and drop. Okay, and in the properties panel, set the position 0 by 0. Okay, now we're gonna need 6 of this on each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because your stage size is the 600 pixel width. And once we have that one row with the 6 units, we're going to have 6 more. I mean the 5 more, so we can cover entire stage. So easiest way is select the first instance, this one. Hold down the option, click, shift, and drag it to somewhere a little far. And then I'm going to set the position of this, the second one, to 500 pixel. From 0 to 500. So it will cover the entire thing. Then we need 4 more in between. 1, 2, 2, 3, and 4. So we have total 6. But the distance between each unit is not equal. So select everything, open the align panel, and make sure you're not checking this align to stage. Uncheck it. And the second row, distribute. Choose the second one. Distribute horizontal center. Click on it. See? So now it has 6. Same way, select the first one. I'm gonna have 5 more copies by keeping the same distance. So hold down the option, click, shift, move it down, somewhere here. And then this time Y position is supposed to be 500. like we did, we're going to have 4 more copies in between. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then select all vertical 6 of them. Then align. This time, choose the second one, vertical center. Okay, so we have one horizontal, one vertical. Now we just need to make a copy of this, like we did. Same way. This one, 500. And let me make a copy of this, 4 more in between. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Select all, second row, horizontal center. Let me repeat the same steps. Okay, so we have all kind of evenly located, positioned each unit kind of to cover entire 600 by 600 pixel stage, just like this. Okay, and then one more thing we need to do is, let me go back to this, let me show you this. When I play it, you can see that the square covers diagonally and reveals the next image diagonally. Okay, so what we're going to do is, let me go back to this. We're going to group diagonally. First one, we're going to leave it as 1. And the second, this and this, as a one group. So select those two. Select the first one, hold down the shift, select the second one, and under the modify menu, I'm sorry, under the modify, under the modify menu, and group it, Command G or Control G. Now I'm gonna repeat the same steps. 1, 2, 3, group it. 1, 2, 3, 4, group it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, group it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, group it. 1, 2, 3, 4, group. 1, 2, 3, group. 1 and 2, group it. Okay, so there are numbers of groups. Next thing is select everything, and we're going to assign individual layer per each group. So go to modify menu and timeline and distribute to layers. Okay, and then excuse me, let me sip a coffee. Sorry. and select the top layer and delete it because this layer has nothing now. And let me check which layer has which. Let me check from the bottom layer. See, that is this. Second layer is that. What I need to do is, this layer is supposed to be on the very last time. So I'm going to select this layer and drag it to very top. So now you can see this. First from the bottom, second, third. So it's a kind of a domino game. Okay, so we're almost there now. Then select all first keyframes. Now go to Insert menu, create Classic Twin, and insert the keyframe. So we have this. Okay, then I'm going to change my frame rate back to 24. Now from the bottom layer, I'm gonna leave it as it is, but on the second layer from the bottom, highlight the second layer and place your mouse cursor in this entire segment. Keep pressing your mouse button and drag it to the right, the 5 frames more, like this. Second, 5 more, 5 more, 5 more, 5 more, and 5 more. It's a routine. Okay, and then you can see that if you play it, your dots are kind of coming in gradually and disappearing. So select the last keyframe of your second layer from the top here, and then hold down the Shift key, select the bottom layers frame, just like this, except the very top layer, and then insert the keyframe. So it's about kind of a 2.5 seconds animation. I will add another kind of a 2.5 seconds. So excuse me, we can have the kind of little time. So on the 5-second mark, highlight the first frame on top layer, excuse me, and then hold down the Shift key and highlight the bottom frames, the bottom layers frame on the 5-second mark and insert the keyframe. Okay, so we're done with this square mask thing, movie clip symbol. Now we're going to apply this to an actual image as a movie clip symbol again. So let's make another new symbol as a movie clip symbol. This time, this movie clip symbol will be named as Spectrum, which is the first image, to Synergy, which is the second image. Okay. Make sure you're working on this movie clip symbol, not main stage. Okay, then place your spectrum.jpg, this very first image. I'm gonna locate it 0 by 0. And then let me rename this layer as spectrum. Okay, so this is a kind of a beginning of my animation. So I'm going to give people, the viewer, to have the kind of enough time to see my first image, about kind of a 2 seconds. So let me highlight that 2-second mark and then go to Insert menu, Timeline, and Frame. So we have the very first image. Okay, now add another layer. This time this will be named as Spectrum number 2. and I'm going to place it on the bottom. Okay. Then let me add another layer, which is the second image layer. Let me rename it first, Synergy. Okay, I didn't import anything yet. Okay. And let me add another layer, which is going to be masking layer. We're going to have that movie clip symbol, square underscore mask movie clip symbol into this layer. So first, after the playing the first 2-second animation, which is not moving, just the still images, then we're going to do something from right after 2-second mark. So select the first, the first the frame right after 2-second mark of this bottom 3 layers, and then go to Insert menu, Timeline, Blank keyframe. So we have 3 blank keyframes. Then now, from the library, place your spectrum.jpg, the very first image, on this very spectrum number 2 bottom layers, new blank keyframe. So please highlight it here, and spectrum.jpg, set the position on 0 by 0. Okay, now second layers, new blank keyframe, highlighted, the synergy layer, library, and now select the synergy.jpg, place it on 0 by 0. Okay, and the maskings layers, the new blank keyframe, highlighted, library, and choose the square mask, the one we spent the most of time. Then set the position 0 by 0. Now we're almost there. So I'm going to give about kind of 5 seconds after this. So 7-second mark. Highlight the 7-second mark frame on bottom 3 layers like this, except the very top layer. Then insert, timeline, and frame. So what's going to happen is, after showing the still images of the spectrum edge for 2 seconds, then the animation will begin. But the second layer is a masking layer. So we're going to mask the second images, the synergy image. So I'll hold down the Control key and choose the mask. Let me do it again. Highlight the masking layer, hold down the Control, and click on this, masking, and mask. Okay, we won't be able to see it right away, but I'll show you. Go back to main scene. Now from your library, this one, the one we have just made, Spectrum to Synergy, place it in your main stage on 0 point. So we're using just a 1 frame, but on this movie clip symbol has 7-second animation. Let me test it. Command return. 2 seconds, and it does this. Isn't it cool? Okay. Okay, so this is a kind of a 7-second animation. Now we're going to make another movie clip symbol for the second transition from the synergy image to Porsche logo. So go back to library. Let me insert new symbol. This time from synergy to logo as a movie clip symbol. Okay. Again, 45% because my screen is tiny. Oops. Okay, let me show you the completed one first. From synergy to logo, which is this. Okay. So as you can see that, you're gonna see this, the full synergy, the second image first for 2 seconds, like this. And then logo masking happens, okay, for 7 seconds. Okay, so now back to my file. I'm gonna have my synergy image first, which is this, on 0 point, 0 by 0. Let me name it as a synergy. And then since we are making another 7-second animation, let me assign 7-second time duration first. 7-second mark, and then insert timeline and frame. Okay, so this is done. Let me make a new layer. This time, this layer is going to be named as a logo. And let me make another layer on top as a masking layer. So, after 2-second mark, here, right after 2-second mark, let me highlight masking layers frame and logos frame, layers frame. Right after 2-second mark. Now go to insert menu, timeline, and blank keyframe. Okay, so there are 2 blank keyframes now. Then in logo layers, new blank keyframe, let me open the library, and where's my logo? Logo.jpg. Place it, properties panel, on 0 point, 0 by 0. Now, masking. Highlight the masking layer's new blank keyframe, like we did. Select square mask, this movie clip symbol, and drag and drop on 0 by 0 point. Okay, then we're going to apply the masking. Select your top masking layer, hold down the control, click on your masking layer, and choose the mask. Okay, so we're almost there. Now go back to main scene. Then each movie clip symbol we made, one from spectrum to synergy.jpg, the second image, has a 7-second animation. And the second movie clip symbol we have just made from the synergy image to logo has another 7 seconds. So let me choose 7-second mark and insert just a frame. We're just assigning the match timeline. Okay. Now make a new layer on top. Select the frame right after 7-second mark and insert timeline and blank keyframe. Then from the library, choose your second one from the synergy to logo and drag and drop on 0 by 0. Like we did for the first movie clip symbol, we just need to assign another 7 seconds. So I'm going to highlight 14-second mark here, then insert timeline and frame, and it's done. Command return. So first waiting for 2 seconds and then animating. Another 2 seconds, jumps to Porsche logo, and it will keep looping. Okay, so it may look a little bit complicated, but once you made the square, the mask movie clip symbol, then we can keep applying to another image, and another image. It's a kind of a on and on thing. Okay, so I hope this video helps, and then thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and then like and set the alarms so you can have the my next videos on time. So thanks for watching. See you next time.